Next on BGSU Brain Game is Toledo Christian versus Celina. I think you better buckle up for a brain battle royale. Only one team can leave victorious. Who's it gonna be? Only one way to find out. BGSU's Brain Game starts right now. And welcome to BGSU Brain Game. Let's meet our teams. We're going to start with Celina. Celina, tell us who you are.
I'm Gage Seals. To my left, I'm a senior. To my left is Jaden Waterman, who's also a senior, and to my right is Malcolm Head, who is also a senior.
And who's your coach?
We are coached by Mr. Hal Hoover.
All right, center spot, Toledo Christian. Tell us who you are.
I'm Max Lohman. To my left is Claire Davis. To my right is Sawyer Kinnear.
And give a shout out to your coach.
Coach Johnston.
All right, there it is. You have it, Toledo Christian and Celina. We're going to start things off with our toss-up round. There are 10 questions in this round. They're worth 10 points apiece. No deduction for an incorrect answer. Easy breezy ground right here. You may confer before buzzing in, and you can steal a question in this round. Celina, Toledo Christian, are you ready? Here we go. As a cooling mechanism, humans have the ability to sweat or perspire. What activity in dogs is analogous? That would be Toledo Christian. Max?
Panting.
It is indeed panting. The city of Concepcion is in what South American country? That would be Celina. Gage?
Brazil.
Incorrect. Toledo Christian, would you like to steal? That would be Max.
Argentina.
Incorrect. Chile. While John Tyler served as the 10th President of the United States and Zachary Taylor served as the 12th, which president served between these two? That would be Toledo Christian. Sawyer?
Monroe.
Incorrect. Celina, would you like to steal? That would be Gage.
William Henry Harrison.
Incorrect. James K. Polk. Which noun that begins and ends with the letter M identifies a formal decorative placement, often by sewing, of one's initials on clothing or other items? Celina. Malcolm?
Monogram.
Monogram is correct. In December of 2016, this former astronaut and senator from the state of Ohio passed away at the age of 95. Celina. Gage?
John Glenn.
John Glenn is correct. First American to orbit the Earth. This plan, proposed in 1754 by Benjamin Franklin, was a first effort to place the British North American colonies under a more centralized government. Although it did not result in the formation of an official, that would be Celina. Gage?
Join or die.
Incorrect. Although it did not result in the formation of an official organization, it was often associated with the political cartoon entitled Join or Die. Name this plan. Toledo Christian, would you like to steal? That would be Sawyer.
Sons of Liberty.
Incorrect. That was the Albany Plan of Union is what that was. If you suffer from arteriosclerosis, which of your body systems is affected? That would be Celina. Gage?
The nervous system.
Incorrect. Toledo Christian, would you like to steal? That would be Max.
Circulatory.
It is indeed the circulatory system. What state is home to Yale University? Toledo Christian. Max?
Connecticut.
Connecticut is correct. Strange as it may sound, the last execution by guillotine in this European country took place in 1977. That would be Celina. Gage?
France.
Correct. When the Russians launched their spacecraft Sputnik 2 in 1957, what was the name of the mixed breed dog that occupied the orbiter in low Earth orbit? That would be Celina. Malcolm?
Leica.
Leica is correct. That is all 10 questions in this round. Let's take a look at our score. Very, very close competition. Toledo Christian 30, Celina currently in lead with 40 points. Stick around. Risk and Reward is coming up next. And And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. Toledo Christian 30, Celina 40. As we move to our risk and reward round, both teams have elected to stay with their lineup from the last round, so this is how this is going to work. Both teams are going to receive the same 9 questions. There were 10 points apiece, no deduction for an incorrect answer. Both teams will then have the option for our 10th risk and reward question, where they can risk in 5-point increments up to 30 points. But whatever they risk, they can lose. But they can also win big. It's up to them. They'll receive a topic on that before they have to make their decision. Okay, Celina, you're at 40 points. That means you're sticking around. Toledo Christian, off to isolation you go. All right, Celina, are you ready for your risk and reward round? Yep. Starts right now. In addition to arguing for tariffs and domestic industry, which early American cabinet member championed the establishment of the first Bank of the United States? That would be Celina. Gage.
Alexander Hamilton.
Hamilton is correct, before being killed in a duel with Burr. Pi and the square root of 7, as well as all other non-terminating, non-repeating, Gage.
Irrational numbers.
They are indeed irrational numbers. During the Compromise of 1850, which Western state was attempting to join the Union and was ultimately admitted as a free state? Celina. Gage.
Missouri.
Incorrect. California. When an entree is served as part of a meal, what name is given to the decorative final applications that often add color or visual interest to the presentation?
Garnish.
Malcolm.
Garnish.
Garnish is correct. In the classic novel To Kill a Mockingbird, attorney Atticus Finch defends Tom Robinson and politely proves Bob Ewell a liar. Who wrote this American favorite? Gage.
Harper Lee.
Correct. In a picture or photo, the degree of difference between the lightest and darkest parts of a picture often create visual interest. What term that begins with the letter C designates? Malcolm.
Contrast.
Contrast is correct. What is the primary factor that causes glaciers to move? Gage.
The movement of tectonic plates.
Incorrect. Gravity. Gravity. This process in plants occurs when moisture is lost as water vapor from the surface of the leaves. Identify this process. It starts with the letter T. That would be Gage.
Transfusion.
Incorrect. Close. Transpiration. Which state borders only one other state? Gage.
Maine.
Correct. This is the risk and reward question. The topic is flags of the world. Would you like to take a risk or just pass?
We'll do 15.
15 points for Celina on flags of the world. Sweden's flag has a golden yellow symbol on it. What is that symbol? That would be Gage.
A cross.
A cross is correct, plus 15 for Celina, and that is the end of the risk and reward round for you. It's now time for you to head to isolation. All right, let's bring back Toledo Christian. All right, Toledo Christian, welcome back. How was isolation?
It was all right.
All right. I got an all right and a thumbs up. That's good. All right. Are you ready for your risk and reward round? Starts right now. In addition to arguing for tariffs and domestic industry, which early American cabinet member championed the establishment of the first Bank of the United States prior to being killed in a duel with Aaron Burr? That would be Claire.
Hamilton.
Hamilton is correct. Pi and the square root of 7, as well as all other non-terminating, non-repeating decimals, are members of which subset of the real numbers? Max.
Irrationals.
They are indeed irrationals. During the Compromise of 1850, which Western state was attempting to join the Union and was ultimately admitted as a free state with its current boundaries? Time. Did they get in? Nope. California is what we needed there. When an entree is served as part of a meal, what name is given to the decorative final applications that often add color or visual interest to the presentation? Max.
Garnish.
Garnish is correct. In the classic novel To Kill a Mockingbird, attorney Atticus Finch defends Tom Robinson and politely proves Bob Ewell a liar. Who wrote this American favorite? Sawyer.
Harper Lee.
Harper Lee is correct. In a picture or photo, the degree of difference between the lightest and darkest parts of a picture often create visual interest. What term begins with the letter C designates? That would be Max.
Contrast.
Contrast is correct. What is the primary factor that causes glaciers to move? Claire.
Melting?
Incorrect. Gravity. Gravity. This process in plants occurs when moisture is lost as water vapor from the surface of the leaves. Identify this process that starts with the letter T. Time. Transpiration. Which state borders only one other state? Claire.
Florida?
Incorrect. Maine. This is the risk and reward question. The topic is flags of the world. Toledo Christian, would you like to take a risk or pass?
10 points.
10 points for Toledo Christian on flags of the world. Sweden's flag has a golden yellow symbol on it. What is that symbol? Max.
Cross.
A cross is correct. Plus 10 points for Toledo Christian. That is the end of the risk and reward round for you. It is now time to clear all of our scores, and let's bring back in Celina. All right, Celina, it is time for you to see where you stand against Toledo Christian and vice versa. Celina, they went for the risk and reward question. They risked 15, got it, and they stand at 115 points. Toledo Christian also went for it, did it for 10, also got it, and they stand at 90 points. A very, very close competition indeed. Things can change very, very quickly because coming up next is our category round. It's going to happen fast, so stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. Toledo Christian, 90 points. Celina, 115 points. Looks like we have some substitutions. Celina, who has joined your team?
This is David Kramer, and he's a senior.
Welcome to you, Toledo Christian, who has joined your team.
We have Seth Davis, a sophomore.
Welcome to you as well. This is our category round where the power shifts a little bit to our teams. There are 6 categories to choose from. Inside each question are questions worth 10, 15, 20, 25, and 30 points. But deductions start now. Bum, bum, bum. That's right. If you go for 15, you can lose 15 with an incorrect answer. Also hiding in there is our double or nothing question. Toledo Christian, you get to make the first selection.
Physics for 15.
Physics for 15. The distance divided by the time needed to go that distance yields what quantity? Toledo Christian, Max.
Velocity.
Will we accept that? We will not. Celina, would you like to steal? That would be David.
Speed.
We will not accept that. We needed average speed on that one. Toledo Christian in control.
Physics for 10.
Physics for 10 points. What area of physics would a forensic scientist use in order to match the bullet from the corpse to a gun? Toledo Christian, Max.
Ballistics.
Ballistics is correct. Toledo Christian still in control.
Physics for 20.
Physics for 20 points. Friction, gravity, and parallel are all types of what? Toledo Christian, Max.
Forces.
They are indeed forces. Toledo Christian still in control, making a move.
Physics for 25.
Physics for 25. What measure of speed is equal to 1 nautical mile per hour? Toledo Christian, Sawyer.
Knots.
A knot. Knots is correct. Toledo Christian in control, putting on the gas.
Let's clean up physics for 30.
Physics for 30. What subatomic particles did James Chadwick add to the atomic model in the 1930s? That would be Toledo Christian, Seth.
Electrons.
Incorrect. Celina, would you like to steal? That would be Gage.
Neutrons.
Neutrons is correct, and the power shifts to Celina.
We'll do pop culture for 10.
Pop culture for 10. What day is Star Wars Day? That would be Toledo Christian, Max.
May the 4th.
May the 4th be with you. Yes. Toledo Christian back in control.
Pop culture for 15.
Pop culture for 15. This is our double or nothing question open to everyone. Which Avenger, other than Captain America, was able to pick up Thor's Mjolnir in the Marvel movies? Toledo Christian, Seth.
Vision.
The Vision, yes. Age of Ultron. All right, Toledo Christian in control and in the lead.
Pop culture 20.
Pop culture now for 20 points. Which iconic singer-songwriter was born Robert Allen Zimmerman in 1941? Celina, Malcolm.
Bob Dylan.
Indeed, Bob Dylan. Celina in control, takes the lead.
We'll do pop culture for 25.
Pop culture for 25. What is the name of the alternate dimension in Netflix's Stranger Things? That would be Celina. Gage.
The upside down.
The upside down, correct. Celina putting on the gas now.
We'll do pop culture for 30.
Pop culture for 30. What's the name of the dwarf who accompanies Frodo on his quest? That would be Toledo Christian, Max.
Gimli.
Gimli is correct. Toledo Christian takes back control, knocking on the lead.
Special numbers 15.
Special numbers for 15 points. I will describe a famous number or quantity given by a number. You identify the number. Numerical ratio that indicates perfect vision. Celina, Malcolm.
2020.
2020 is correct. Obviously, I do not have it. Celina in control.
We'll do where is it for 10.
Where is it for 10 points? Name the U.S. state or country. Mount Rushmore has set, that would be Celina. Gage.
South Dakota.
South Dakota is correct. Celina in control.
We'll do solve me for 10.
Solve me for 10 points. If you are carrying 5 dozen boxes of donuts and give a box away to the host of Brain Game, how many total donuts? That would be Celina. Gage.
48.
48 is correct.
We'll do starts with C for 10.
Starts with C for 10. Celestial traveler with a head and a tail. Celina. Gage.
Comet.
Comet is correct. Celina in control.
We'll
Putting
do
on the gas.
Where is it for 15?
Where is it for 15 points? Which state is the home to Yosemite National Park? Celina. Malcolm.
California.
California is correct. Celina still in control.
We'll do special numbers for 10.
Special numbers for 10 points. What is the number of umpires required in a regular season Major League Baseball game? That would be Celina. David.
4.
4 is correct. Celina still in control, trying to get some distance here.
We'll do starts with C for 15.
Starts with C for 15 points. A plant or animal that eats animal flesh exclusive. That would be Toledo Christian. Max.
Carnivore.
Is indeed a carnivore. Toledo Christian gets back control.
Special numbers 20.
Special numbers for 20 points. What is the maximum number of times a bowler can throw a ball in the 10th frame? That would be Toledo Christian. Sawyer.
3.
3 is correct. Toledo Christian making a move.
Where is it for 20?
Where is it for 20 points? In what state would you find Death Valley? Toledo Christian. Max.
California.
California is correct. Toledo Christian in control.
Where is it? 25.
Where is it for 25 points? End of round. Let's take a look at our score. Woo-wee! Very, very close indeed. We have Toledo Christian with 225 points. Celina with 245 points, separated only by 20 points. Just so happens that's how much our questions are worth in our next round. Brainstorm round coming up next. Anybody's game, stay tuned. And welcome back to BGSU Brain Game. We said we were going to deliver a brain battle royale, and that's what you got. Toledo Christian, 225 points. Celina in the lead with 245 points. Both teams have elected to stay with their lineup for this last round. Brainstorm round, this is how it goes. Questions are worth 20 points apiece. Negative 20 points for an incorrect answer. You may confer before buzzing in, but no stealing. I repeat, no stealing in this round. If at the end of the time we are tied, we will go immediately to a tiebreaker question. A team must win with a correct answer. All right, 3 minutes of brainstorm. Celina, Toledo Christian, start right now. What is the chemical symbol for krypton? Celina, Gage.
KR.
Correct. What does alopecia cause you to lose? Toledo Christian, Sawyer.
Hair.
Hair is correct. What is the standard international unit of resistance called? It begins with the letter O. Toledo Christian, Max.
Ohm.
Ohm is correct. Name the Greek god of the underworld and husband. That would be Toledo Christian, Sawyer.
Hades.
Correct. This English physicist is considered to be one of the most influential scientists. That would be Celina, Malcolm.
Isaac Newton.
Correct. This French woman was canonized by the Roman Catholic Church. Celina, Gage.
Joan of Arc.
Correct. Who defined insanity as doing the same thing over and over but expecting different results? Celina, Malcolm.
Albert Einstein.
Correct. What was produced during World War II as a result of the Manhattan Project? Celina, Gage.
A nuke.
Will we accept that? We will accept that, the atomic bomb. What do we call a statement about the deceased carved on a gravestone? Toledo Christian, Max.
A eulogy.
Incorrect. Epitaph. What do we call an embankment designed to prevent the overflow of a river? Toledo Christian, Sawyer.
Dam.
We will not. A levee. This trade route connected China, India. Toledo Christian, Seth.
The Silk Road.
The Silk Road, correct. Who was the first human to be launched into space? Celina, Malcolm.
Yuri Gagarin.
Correct. Give the chemical symbol for copper. Toledo Christian, Max.
Cu.
Correct. The epitaph of which American author reads, "Quoth the raven, that would be Celina, Gage.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Correct. What is the two-letter postal abbreviation for Arkansas? Toledo Christian, Sawyer.
Is it AK?
Incorrect. AR. What is the ordinate of point 49? Nine. What is 15% of 60? Celina, David.
9.
Correct. Nuns live in convents. Where do monks live? Toledo Christian, Sawyer.
Monasteries?
Correct. Pronouns such as this, that, these, and those are considered what type of pronoun? Time. Demonstrative. It occurred. End of round. Let's take a look at our score. What a competition, ladies and gentlemen. Toledo Christian, 285. And our winner with 405 points is Celina. Let's give both these teams a big round of applause. Now, in the spirit of good sportsmanship, let's come around, meet in the middle, shake hands, and we'll see you at the next BGSU Brain Game. Everyone come on out and get some TV time.